Hello, educators. Nice to see you once more. I am Mrs. Gesere Mono Wali. Um, Good to have you in this group. Here we'll be sharing lots of ideas. Today I'll be talking to you about the 21st century teachers. What makes us a 21st century teachers? I know we have so many points, um so many things to say we are 21st century teachers, but there are some key things that shows that illustrates that we are 21st century teachers, especially in our teaching, in our classroom decorations, okay, in our even in our classroom management. All right, this it tells how we are a 21st century teacher. One of the things I would like to pick up about being a 21st century teacher is that a 21st century teacher allows the child to be the learner's producers. They are the producers themselves, all right? The 21st century teacher doesn't just um, feed, spoon feed the children. You have to give them room to think as well. So a 21st century teacher is able to make the children become producers of their own selves. Producers of themselves by allowing them to think out of the box, making them to be creative, giving them topics to handle, giving them research to do, all right, and making them to work in groups. Now, a 21st century class especially works in a group-like form where the children are placed in groups and asked to talk about a topic or to find out about a particular topic, and they are asked to um, take up ideas like sharing different opinions on what they have. They have to be in, a 21st century class um, encourages more of the discussions amongst the pupils. So it's not only the teacher doing the talking. Most of the times you will find out that in a classroom where you are really a 21st century teacher, you don't even do most of the talking. You allow the children to talk, you allow them to bring their own contributions, and then it helps them to remember all the time. Now, secondly, a 21st century teacher doesn't just write notes on the board and say, okay, copy. No, that's not the 21st century of our time. Now, today, children are able to create their own textbooks by themselves. Yes, they are able to write up what they have learned all by themselves. There's no need writing all the notes on the board and say, okay, copy. Now, after copying, what next? There will be no time to even explain those notes to the children. So why don't you, while teaching, allow them, all right? Give them key points, give them key words to use, teach them the lesson, and then tell them, now it's your time to write your own notes. I tell you, you'll be surprised to see how many points these children can make. All right, that's why you see most of our children today. I see year four children. I ask them, "Oh, come on, write something to me, for me about a particular topic," and they say, "Oh, we don't know how to start. We don't know what to do. We don't know how to go about it." It's wrong. Children should be encouraged to have more of a creative writing. They should be able to compose their own notes themselves. So a 21st century teacher is able to teach the children and then allow them to create their own text notes themselves. A 21st century teacher is a global teacher. All right? When we talk about being a global teacher, you're not just limited to your own world. Now, most teachers limit the children to know just what they know. And then you see children asking intelligent questions to the teachers, and teachers say, "Shut up, who told you about that? It's not right for you to know about it." No, you have to explain to them in their own understanding, all right, and in their own the way you feel they should know about it. Today's society is not when we limit children. We have to go beyond the boundaries. We are so comfortable, we are so placed on where we are. Why don't we push these children ahead? Why don't we give them a trial? Why don't you say, "Oh, children, okay, this is what you have to do"? Please, a 21st century teacher does not limit her pupils. Rather, she pushes them, all right? She encourages them to learn further. A 21st century teacher is not just, like I say, a local certain teacher. She is a global teacher. She connects to the world around her. She connects to teachers. She connects on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. She's upgraded on everything. She wants to learn about the other culture and how they they also deliver their lessons as well. Now, there's so many ways and there's so many things to get um, jobs done easily for teachers. For example, we have the test community. It's a teachers group where you can just come in together and then get ideas on lesson notes, assembly topics. I mean, loads and loads of things. Today, the 21st century child is not bound to be limited. She's not, or he is not. So, as a 21st century teacher, please keep yourself informed, be globally impacted, okay? Keep yourself updated on the happenings around the society. I'm so amazed when I see teachers still holding and just a normal phone, and it's not okay, I would say it's not a smartphone. Okay, the least you could do, at least get an Android phone. Help yourself with one of them. Keep yourself updated. Always read. All right, because I mean, how can a teacher say she doesn't know anything um, about any foreign author? All she knows, even the Nigerian authors, we don't know. Most of us are just limited. So please, let's don't do that to our children. Encourage the children. Get books. There are so many cheap books. Foreign books, Nigerian books, as cheap as 200 naira. You could get one from the market. Local books, fairly used books, get them, read. The Dickens Smith books are very nice books for children. Why don't we get them for them to read? The Radell's books, very interesting books. The BFG. Let's get the children exposed. Let's work out things with them. The things fall apart. They're out there. We can always bring them to their understanding. The Oliver Twist, I tell you, is another interesting story children love. But one thing that kills us, and I would say, is the way we transfer this knowledge to the children. I tell you, if you can put it in a role play for them, this plays will be easily understood. Plays like Things Fall Apart. Put it in a role play, and you'll be amazed how these children will never forget the story. So please, teachers, there are loads and loads of things we have to do to help these children. Don't help them all the time. Let them think out of the box. Give them creative topics to think about. In the morning, your children comes in, especially on a weekday, on a Monday. You don't have to limit them. You can just tell them, all right, children, I want you to write about what you did over the weekend. I want to read what you did over the weekend. And you see how you can start from there to encourage them on writing creative stories. Have a separate time on your timetable where you call it a creative writing time. It's where you can teach the children how to write stories all by themselves. Teach them the importance of indents. Teach them poems. Teach them. Let them be a lover of books. And you see how your children will keep flying high. The 21st century teacher is a very